Thanks, Rick. Now I will explain you all about our old VSM. You can see all the processes are shown in the VSM. The below of it you can see all the setup time, assembly time, and waiting time. To limit our scope of the project, we gave emphasis on the two stations. So we try to reduce the time here at pan assembly and wiring station. Basically our aim was to reduce assembly time at pan assembly and reduce setup time at wiring station. To achieve our goal, we thought of following lean tools that can be useful. So we thought of like implementing 5S, SMED for setup time reduction, for bridge layout, or the change in the machine layout, so that there will be less waiting time and less transport time. We also thought of, if we are implementing layout changes, then the training program for cross functioning and like the tools that will be useful in the better environment, like visual management. Now I will explain you about the changes implemented at various stations. First I will explain you about wiring station. We actually found that the termination of wire and making wires to appropriate length took the most of setup time. Hence, to reduce the setup time, we fixed the wire lengths. Actually it took a lot of time because we need to check all the design for each wiring diagram and fix the length according to that. So after that part, we decided to pre-terminate the wires, so there will be reduction in the setup time for the total wiring assembly. And actually we observed that there was a huge amount of setup reduction. It was around 30 minutes reduction in the setup for larger heaters, and even for the smaller heaters we got observed like there will be, even in the less than 15 minutes you can do the setup for the wiring. Also prior to these changes implemented, they were using 4 wire cards. So you can see in the image they will place all different types of wires, and depending on the use in the wiring diagram, the operator will pull out and do the wiring. But now we got rid of 4 wire cards to 2 wire cards. You can say like 2 standard wire cards. Now second changes implemented at pan assembly. Actually in all there are 8 types of bridges are used for different types of heaters. Actually the bridge is sheet metal plate where all parts like disengagement switch, transformers are located. To install all these parts, the holes are drilled as shown in the picture below. These are the 2 different types of bridges. One is you can see the heater number at the above side of the plate. If you would see that there is a standard pattern of holes like circular for disengagement switch on the left side, then 3 holes, 3 plus 3 holes at the right side. Those are for the transformers. So we thought like if we made a standard bridge for all the heaters, it will reduce the assembly time for overall assembly time for the these heating components. So we were able to make two standard bridges for 5 bridges out of 8, and we observed that the assembly time got reduced by 8 minutes or so for those 5 types of heaters. Now with these two implemented changes, we finalized our VSM, and actually you can see there is not much change in the processes involved. The processes, all the production line processes will be there, but there is a time reduction at pan assembly and at the wiring station. So it's around 25 minutes reduction at the wiring station and around 8-minute reduction at the pan assembly for assembly of the heating components. So now the total value added time is 48.53 minutes and non-value added time is 64.87 minutes. Now Nandish will explain you about visual management, ideal state and financial benefits. Thank you.